Everyone, before we start, we have a disclosure. Very important to know the risk in the future trading. For the one who have not followed us before, this is your market analyzer on the right, on the left upper corner. You will see the new signals. You see the entry, which direction. You see the safe entry, this based on a pullback re-entry. The third column here is your entry price, your target, and how many ticks you are away from that target. Your P&L, and then it tells you when the target hit. All this is automatic, with full automated, comes with the three different kind of automated trading, 2 ATM and 1 full automated trading. The same principle here. What you see under the charts here are the same. This is an automated trading, and we can follow those trades from the market analyzer, whether you are using an ATM or fully automated. Then we have here is the Forex, and the same principle. You have an entry signal, and those here based on $10,000 on 10K. So it's a mini account you can use, and you are very welcome to follow all our signals. And we're not collecting money, neither we are collecting information about any trader out there. We're just helping. So whatever you are copying from here, it is on your own risk. And then I just started around 9:30, and so the scalpers we just started at 9:30, and the swing trading also we started at 9:30. So if we see what time we started the market today, we started exactly the first trade was at 9:38, and all of them came in at 9:38. 9 o'clock, 9:30 we started, and we are already hitting the target. And the first target we hit from 9:30, we took a small trade, and we already immediately hit the target on the DAX immediately within a few seconds, and it is done. And that's what I love about the DAX. Within minutes, you're done, it's over, and then you have the rest of the day to enjoy it. So right now on the swing trading, this one here, the scalping, also the scalping started at 9:30. Where on Saturday we supposed to start earlier actually, but I have some other commitment today, so I couldn't come before 9:30, and there we go. So we started at 9:30. That's very fine, but usually on Friday it's very good to start 2-3 hours before the markets open, and get it over with. It's not really smart to start Friday on 9:30. Rest of the week is okay, but on Friday you should have been earlier a little bit. But we all sometimes we have a family commitment. So what you see at the bottom here is the market analyzer from the swing trading. This one here, it is from the swing trading trades and the DAX, NASDAQ, and you can see what is moving today. NASDAQ and YM are really moving today. And those here, we are on the trade right now, and we will be also, if you wanted to see the ES, also this is a 1 minute ES. A lot of traders trade the ES, so all of them basically they are going on the same direction. Also, if you notice on the ES, we started around 9:30, and this is a 1 minute chart where most of the we're showing the 1 minute because 90% of the automated trade they fell in 1 minute, 98%. And if they fell in a 1 minute, that means they are useless. You can use all kind of weird charts. You can use Renko bar, line breaks. You can do anything, but as long as your auto trade is not working in 1 minute, that means you cannot move to another time frame. Once your automated trade works on 1 minute, then it is very easily to go ahead and move to Rankobar or charts. But if you cannot see an auto trade working on 1 minute, that means it's useless. So because the basic is on 1 minute. So if this auto trade working on 1 minute, you can use it on 3 minutes and 5 minutes, or you can switch it to your favorite number. Every trader have his own magic number on the ticks. Or if you, in that matter, you want to use a range, you can use a range. But at the end of the day, if that auto trade or that indicator does not work on a 1 minute, that means it's useless. That's why a lot of people prefer the Renko bar, because they can hide the defect on their system, and it's useless on 1 minute. So they have to find an alternative like line break or range no gap or Renko bar with a big thick bars and say this is the trend. So they need to try to refuge to another time frame. So this is the end of the story. Is 9:40 took the first trade. We started the auto trades at 9:30. First trade and the second trade, and it is a Friday volatility, and we are way late to start on Friday. But we will be also. It is nice to see the market when it is under stress, and to see how those auto trades work, and when they are functioning and when they are struggling. It is very important for the trader to see when the auto trades are struggling and when they are making money and when they are losing money. We don't want to hide anything. The way it is, because there is nothing called everyday winning, and this is misled. You will have a bad days and a good days, as long as the good days are more than the bad days. So right now, we are looking. There is not much to do actually on the DAX. We have one trade on the DAX right now, and because I just started, the system here needs time to start kicking in. We only have one trade right there, and I think it took a 1 YM. Let me see, YM. Yes, we have YM, and actually I should have closed two of them. So we are doing this right now. I like to interfere with the trades, so but you can do it as a full automated trade, and you don't have to deal with it. So let's go ahead on the DAX. There is nothing, no new trade right now, and we will see what will happen on the. Also, let me show you the DAX on a 1 minute. Beautiful, one break even, and this one is 640, 585 right now on the 1 minute. This is something really. I love it. The DAX is amazing market. I like it. It's fast. It's easy, and you can get it over with, done with in no time. So let's look on a different NASDAQ. Let me show you sometimes when the market gets in a little volatility. We started today at 9:30, and if we notice, this is here the 9:30 we started. We took 1, 2, 3. And then the market was struggling around the opening. And then you can see how small the trades are. And it is very important to see how those trades are small. It widen when it's moving, and get tight when the market is tight. So if we are looking here as an example, took the short at 82.25. And this is a 5 range. I mean, it's a medium size. It's a small, but it's not bad at all. And I took it a short at 82.25 and exit at 83.50 on a NASDAQ, which is $5 per tick. So this is not bad at all. And when the market is trending, and this is really, really important. If we notice here, we have a short, on the 82, and we exit at 79.73. I don't know if you can see that. But 73, 79, 75. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a very stressful morning. 79, 75, and then we exit at 73.82. This is nothing really on the Nasdaq. And this is 88.50, and then the stop loss was 2 ticks. So it's not a really fixed stop loss. It is, if this trend is changing, we are closing immediately, and this is what is make it nice. And it's like you are trading it yourself, does not need any optimization, and you don't need to sit down for the next 6 months trying to figure out how to optimize, because we have tried that, and we try to teach guys how to trade or optimize, testing, back testing, forward testing, and it was just a big mess. Traders don't understand sometimes the market. They don't understand when the ES move, the 50 days move in average, you have to re-optimize the 200, the 10 days below or above. They don't understand that. So we decided for the trader, just turn on, turn off. It is very important for the trader, just turn on, turn off, and we are taking all this work from you. So at the moment it's a little bit quiet. So we have small trades here and there. Really has not kicked in the market. Now we have a new target, a new trade on the Nasdaq, on the swing trading. I don't know if anybody, as long as you follow it on your own, we are okay with that. And those are market orders, folks. Those are market orders. They're not limited orders, market orders. And the auto trade took a trade at 91.50. If somebody want to follow this on the Nasdaq, you're on your own. Please don't get me involved in it. Okay, you are $30 in the profit. And let's see. Okay. It's a bit slow. So for the ones who are following that one here, I'm going to keep it on the side and try to fish some other trades if we can find. Oh boy. Let's see. It is very nice to follow the market and look what the price action is doing, and what the swing trading is doing. Then you can combine those signals. You see this one here. This is very nice. This one here, I want to show you how the stop loss really is not that much. And when the market goes against you, it's not going to make a severe damage to your account. It is still reasonable enough on a $5 per tick. So it's okay. It's affordable to take those trades. And sometimes the auto trade exit within 2-3 ticks. And sometimes it can take a little bit more to exit on this. And like the scalper, you can control your stop loss, and you can control your trailing stop if you want to. You can take over the trade if you want to. As an example, I don't use a trailing stop. I hate dummy trailing stop, so I use 15 ticks on the scalper and as a stop loss, and I'll let the auto trade decide to take exit that trade. And usually it does very well exiting those trades, so there is no big deal with that. So we are waiting on a new trade on the Nasdaq. If you want to follow the Nasdaq, or if you want to follow the DAX, I'll leave both here. Okay, then the Nasdaq took another trade right now. The entry on that Nasdaq right now is 93.25, and I'll leave you into it. You see how the market is going up and then it starts collapsing one more time. So the entry is perfect. If this market is not moving, that can give us a little trouble. So it is very important to see that market a bit moving. I'm going to be quiet for a while. I don't see anything right now. Everything is flat. And we will try to see if there's any new signal coming up. Then we will take advantage of it. Let's see on the price action. On the Nasdaq, also we have long on the price action, and we have long on the swing trade. And this is funny, but I mean, they are both in the same direction and taking a trade. And what is really funny about it is the same entry and two different systems, but they all have the same entry. This one 93, this one, well, exit this one too. Okay. So you have $15 lost on this one here. It's not bad. You know, it's a small trades. This one is taken off. Let's look at the CL, what it's doing. Seems like the Nasdaq is driving us crazy today. Okay, this is the Nasdaq, the CL, and this is a 5 minutes chart. This is very serious chart, 5 minutes. We had the first trade, short entry. There is a 9 ticks stop loss on the first trade. Went in at 70.52, exit at 70.61 on a 5 minutes chart. You know, I mean, it's not a small chart. This is a 5 minutes. So this is a very acceptable. And now took that trade at 70.53, and we're taking off with that. You know, that's what I like is like those days. Let's say if the Nasdaq taking a beat, then going 2-3 contracts on a Nasdaq or an ES, it will be very smart to take one contract on each instruments, and you can hedge the market. So if like what we see right now, the Nasdaq is eating banana. Took a 2 bad trades right after the other, which when the market is moving, it was a trend and is making money. And now it took a 2 beat right after the other, but thanks God they are very small trade. And that's what I was covering before. When you are using an auto trade with 22 ticks and 30 ticks stop loss, and then you have 2-3 trades right after the other bad, and that can damage your account seriously. But when you are spreading out your trade and take one Nasdaq, one ES, one YM, and if you have a little more beef in your account, then you take one CL. So if today the CL did go wrong, there is three others. You have three more horses in the race. Stand making a bet on one horse, and it is a very smart to not put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, very simple. So I don't like this idea taking three ES on an automated trade if you have a low balance, because it is going to happen on any trade. Sometimes, like now here, you're going to have two or three bad trades right after the other, and you cannot do anything. It's not the auto trade again. It is, if this market is struggling today, the market is flat, so you don't lose your pants off, so you can be civilized with it. So as an example, right now we have two lousy trades, didn't make it, and now the third trade has covered already the other two losses. So also it is very important for that auto trade immediately recover from downside when you are entered the trading. So this is really smart to hedge the market, and what is nice about it also, let's say if the Nasdaq is trending today on the swing trade, and maybe that trade is going to end up with 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000. God knows, depends on the market how it is. So when you have those three horses running or four running in the race, and if one of them took a spike, that is going to cover a lot, and it covered for the whole week actually. And if they are both catch a trend and they stayed on that trend, this is your lucky day. So I strongly advise when you are automated trading to hedge the market and try to take one contract each in case we have a problem in the market. Then with one of the market, then at least you have one to lean on. And it is very important to spread out your system. So you can see right now, I mean, we always have 900 ticks and 600 ticks on the system here. Today we are just flat, and that's okay. I started late on a Friday, where I shouldn't do that. But today the play is a CL. On any CL, you can see it is running nonstop. The Nasdaq is struggling on both of sides. You can see on the market analyzer, and on the swing trading is struggling. But the CL on all charts are running nonstop. Any CL you take is with the $500 range. Any CL you take is within $500 range. Whether it's 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, they're all around $400 to $500 range on those trades right now. So when the market is moving, the market is moving. That's it. We cannot do anything. I'm gonna stay quiet for a while, for 5 minutes, and if I see anything useful, I'll be more than glad to share it. But right now, there is. Oh, by the way, we have a lady asking us about the silver, so we put the SI silver on the market analyzer for her. She only trade the silver. I don't trade the silver. Not in Ninjatrader. A long time ago, I did in Luxembourg, but I never traded silver on Ninjatrader. Back then, we were trading the gold and the silver on a different platform. But so I haven't seen the silver in a very long time. But she wants the future silver. So here it is, silver future for that lady. So anyone out there, if we have the data, we'll be more than glad to share it, and then you can follow the entry signals from the market analyzer. As long as we have the data for it, I don't mind to add it for you. Like this lady, she won the silver, we added the silver for her. Okay, I'm gonna stay quiet a little bit, and okay, there we go. Look at the Nasdaq start taking. Okay, I'll leave it as is, and be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. All right. Okay, we have a lift off here. And there we go. The secret with any kind of auto trade is to take a small trade until we can catch a trend. And once you catch the trend, you close the trend. Slowly, you move your hand to the mouth, right click, close your computer, and run as fast as you can. If you have a spike in the market, It's not going to be two spikes in the market. It is very unusual to have two spikes in the market in one day. We don't know when we're going to have that door open. The whole things is the whole concept. Like this one here, we had, doesn't matter if it's a minute range. When the market is trending, we catch the money. When the market is chop, we took small trades, break even, hanging in there until we catch a trend. Once the trend is over, the party is over. Now, if we can see on the market analyzer, we practically were to zero. Now we start building momentum, and now we are up to 47 ticks, and we are about to climb. By the time we finished this live webinar here, it will be somewhere around 400 ticks into the profit. So we cannot control the market. We have to take it the way it is, and there is no rules. I hear that all the time by somebody trying to teach markets, say, you didn't go by the rules, you messed up. There is no rules. The market has no rules. Like the wife has no rules. Wife have no rules, market has no rules. So you take them as they are and enjoy it as much as you can. When you are enjoying life, when you are patient, you have to take that market as it is. We cannot sit down and whine about it on every little bumper. You cannot do that on trading. You have to be a good Christian. Get slapped, get up, live with it, and move on. That's exactly how you need to take that market. You should not be emotionally. It is very hard, but the minute you put your emotion in this business here, you are in trouble. You train yourself to be distanced from it. That's why Fridays are not my favorite days to trade, because that day on a Friday can put me in a bad mood sometimes. I like to trade the Fridays around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. That's when everybody goes home. And this is where the markets start taking one direction, either up or down on Friday, most of the Fridays. So no matter what you do with an auto trade on a Friday around 11 o'clock, it's going to go ahead and glue to one direction practically. And whether it's down, it's going to stay down on a Friday. Whether it's up, it's going to stay up. So in the older days, we used to wait till everybody go home, and then we start trading on a Friday and taking it easy. So there is two options on a Friday. You can start early, which today I couldn't start early. I have some other commitment. So I started at 9:30, 9:35. That was too late for a Friday. Or you need to skip the chops and start early a little bit, so you can catch some of those trends a little bit earlier. Or you can start getting ready around 11 o'clock. And this is where from 11 o'clock till 3 o'clock, you're going to be on one direction practically every Friday. And actually, I have a gentleman. I become a friend with him. And he's not even a member. He's a lawyer. And he have our fib line. But the guy said he's been trading for a very long time, and he is a profitable trader. So me and him, we chat a lot of times, and I like to show you some of his email, and I was covering about Fridays. I was covering about the Fridays, and then that triggered it for him. I want to show you some of his comments. I'm not entitled to reveal anybody's identity. I will not. But I want to show you. This is his last comment. He sent it to me. And he was making comment about how I was covering the market on the last video. And he said, if it's, folks would listen. And my answer was, my own children don't listen to me. Why a grown man has to listen? So, but I like to, I don't know where's his comments on Fridays. And I'll find him. And turn out he does the same trick. I mean, the guy has been, all those older guys that have been trading for over 10 years, they have a different, we get along much. This is his comment about the FIP. Okay, he have his last name in the bottom, so I need to cover it. This is I mean, it is, to me, it makes me happy when a professional guy give me his comments. There is a lot of compliments and comments like this all day long. So and when I receive an email, a guy with a $3,000 asking me, can he make 300,000 a year? I put him immediately into spam, and I don't even respond to some of the email. So little pullback. Actually, there is not much going on. Very little. The YM took a trade, and the 1 minute, and the Nasdaq took a trade on the 1 minute. And if you are interested in the ES, this is your ES 1 minute. All of them I started at 9:30. You know, in a way, I'm so glad I started at 9:30, because look at this. If we look at this area today, earlier this morning, that's very unusual for Friday, but this is one line. Now, how you want the auto trade to make money in this area? There is no auto trade is gonna make money in this area, no matter what you say. Cross my heart and all this. How you want that auto trade to make money in those area here? There is not even enough beef for the auto trade to move. And the question is, a trader has to look at this. I cannot help it. Where do you want me to give you the tricks from those area? From those area here, there is no takes. How you want this auto trade to make money for you when there is nothing to make money from? There is a one small bumper here. That's it. I mean, this is really sad. From that area here, from 719 until 931, it was practically one straight line. So how you gonna make money when the market is very flat? You cannot. It's very simple. So we have the ES on entry was 79825. No trade on this one. And this one here is 480. And on the 1 minute, the reason I'm covering the 1 minute, because if the 1 minute is working, everything is working. Simple. The end of the line. This is your 1 minute 30-year Treasury bond, 375. That's not bad. For the CL, all of them within between 400 and 500 range. The CL, this is one also 3 minutes, and all of them with the same range, $400-$500. Whether you are using a minute or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, they're all on the same range. Let's look at some other different time frame. A little bit bigger time frame. Those are, we're covering the 1 minute. That tells us where we are on the 1 minute, telling us how effective that auto trade is. Simple as that. And now let's move on to different time frame, also minutes. This is no, I'm sorry, this is a ticks. This one here is a 244 ticks. And this one here is 288. So if we look between those two, plus minus 100 is always going to be. And when the market, look, there is a small trade, we couldn't do it. And then when the market is trending, you are in the money. It's a very simple rhythm. And no optimization, no tweaking, no back testing, no forward testing. And now we are taking off. We are done. Now we have, the market was a few minutes ago flat. And now we are 130 ticks into the profit. We have a new signal on the DAX. Entry 533 and target 558 on the DAX. So, oh, we forgot to see what's going on in here. So we have on this NASDAQ, there is nothing holding that NASDAQ. We're climbing all the way to the 4097. You have nothing to stop on that one if you are following this one. Let's look at the ES. Oops. ES is struggling on that line here, 80250. This is the number we are struggling from. This is a resistance line at 8025, and it works like a clock. Look at this. And those are your $35 zone. Keep looking at them before you invest 400. Before you invest $35, keep looking at them. The YM 445 and the NASDAQ. You can see, look, I mean, Once this market is no, you don't, any time frame, any chart is making money. It's finished. It's over. You know, when the market is not moving, there is nothing we can do from our side. Here is the ES story, because we have a lot of ES stories. We have a lot of ES. Sorry, guys. Yesterday we stayed till 3 o'clock in the morning, and then getting up at 5 o'clock. So I'm glad it's Friday today. If we notice, we got rejected from 80250. And now look where we are. We are on the support line at 8015. And look, where is this market flirting with? This line here. Look at this. The second stop is right there, 80075. Look at this. You know exactly what's going on. You are ahead again. Look at this, where this line, 80150. And this one here is 875. And you can see yourself, folks, how accurate that system is. We're not sitting in the corner waiting until the end of the day to show one or two charts has made it and the rest they fell. No, because they wouldn't dare go live in front of everybody and show all the markets. So they wait till the end of the day to show you today a Renko bar, tomorrow line break, the day after tomorrow ticket chart, something else the day after. But they don't even have a dignity to show you the same chart 2 days on the road. In this system here, we are using 1 minute time frame every single day, every single day, every single day. And we go in live with it, and you see in front of you when we are getting beat and when we are making money. And today you have seen it. When the market is not moving, we were getting our butt kicked, and when the market start moving, we were kicking butts. Simple as that. Okay, we have one YM is already hit the daily target. Boy, it took forever for that YM to finish that target. Let me examine this one. This is 150 ticks. If you don't like a high stop loss on the minute, you can use 150 ticks. But my job is to show you the minute. You can do whatever you want to do. You can trade anything you want to do. You can trade it with Renko bar. But my job is to show you that it works on 1 minute. And then how you want to tweak it the way you like, you know. But this is today's trades on the 150 ticks. On the 150 ticks, there is a tighter stop loss. So we took 1 trade, 2 trade, 3 trade, 4 trades, and it's done. 1,000. Thank you very much. Nice Friday, you know. Done. Over. And to show you what time we started that chart today. We started at 9:30, precisely 9:32 or 9:33, whatever, you know. And the first trade was 9:31, right there. So we started when the market's open, which is not good on Friday to start when the market's open. And then we have one losing trade, and you're done. Thank you very much. Nice weekend, and it was nice. Over. Should we stay in the market when you hit the target? No. Close your computer and run. Please do that. So we're still climbing on those. Let me see. We have an ES right now on the price action 150. Not much. And you can see where is the ES getting stuck is between resistance and support line. Resistance, support line. So which direction? It depends on those big guys where they want to take this ES. And then all of a sudden you're going to see it breaking out. Now we have a new extended trade. So this is nice. So now we have a new target is 2,875. This is a lot of a bread from 850 This is a lot of a bread to 809.75. So this is nice. And that's what it's all about Fridays. This is what it's all about Fridays. Let's look at the CL. Okay, we have a new signal somewhere. Okay, here is the CL. Boy. Nothing holding the CL. You have a problem on the CL at 71.10. And you have a huge, huge problem at 21 level, 71.21 level. You have a huge problem here. But your target today is, you have a lot of turbulence in this areas, guys. It's going to start from 71.16 all the way to the 71.34. If there is not enough buyer, that is going to drive you crazy if you are a CL traders. Allah. Yes. If you want to know how the market moving, just listen to the sound. ES, we're doing well. NASDAQ, okay, thank you. Let's see. Do we have anything in YM? No. Okay, we have a new. Okay. Problem with YM. We'll stay on the NASDAQ. ES. Okay, look at this. Jesus. Already. YM 475. And this one closed on the NASDAQ 1 minute. CL 620. ES 1 minute. We're still on that trade. 400, 760 on the YM. Let's look at the ES. Again, most of the traders trade ES. It's going to take off, guys. Don't worry. It's going to take off. It's Friday. $820 on the YM. From baseless signals, we have 111 ticks in the profit based on one contract, and it is based on 1 minute market analyzer. Every day we use the same time frame, 1 minute, folks. And this is based on 1 minute, one contract. Total right now, 111, 108 ticks from the last signal. That you can automate it, swing trade it. We have a new signal on the gold traders. We have a new signal on the gold. 1243 entry target 1245, and a safe entry on the pullback 41.2. 41.2 is the safe free entry point. So does not need a genius guy. You can take those trades manually, or you can take him with fully automated, or you can take him ATM strategy, or you can take him with your own ATM. All three auto trades are using the same entry precisely. But the way how you want to play the game in the market is up to you. So this is here, comes in with the three automated trading. Those are the swing trading, and now the scalping start taking off. And those are your scalping. They start taking off very well. We were getting beat on the first half an hour, and now we are doing very well. The market moving, we're beating the market. The market not moving is gonna beat the hell out of us. Anyway, let's see. When the market not moving, they punish us. They charges us. And this is $1,000 trade on the YM. Yes, $550. Those are the swing trading. I'm sorry, I call it the swing trading, and I don't want to cause confusion. But the on our system is called a trained scalp, trained exit. So Stan saying that all the time. It is a swing trading, but this is the name of it. It is trend exit. So because what it does is staying on the trend until exit that trend. So this one is the swing trading called a trend exit, because it's staying on the trend until that trend is over, staying going in and out of the market and getting beat up by using. Okay, here is our friend, the one I was talking to you. I have to show you this. This gentleman I told you. Um, uh, he just sent me an email, and let me see if I can put the timing on it. And protect his identity. Okay, yeah, I can see where I can see the timer on it. I have to cover his privacy, guys. I mean, but this gentleman, you can see it's the time 10:34 a.m. 19 minutes ago. I wasn't paying attention. Glad you are online. ES1 contract up to the entry fee on the system. I have bagged $750, and I will get there. Market volume profile says is up and in a bit, and it will be happy trades. All right. So this is very nice. Um, for the guys that like to chat on the email, sometimes we get hammered with a 300-400 email, and sometimes I miss some of the emails, and a day, and um, so sometimes I miss the email, and if there's something you need, you're very welcome to call me. You find the number on the web. So the YM closed with a very good position. It made a very good money on those, and there is nothing left on that one. Once it closed, the fun is over. Okay, we have fun now. There's a new signal coming in. Come on. Somewhere. We have a new signal. I don't know how this lady asked me about the silver. I've been watching the silver. I don't see that much movement on the future silver here. I don't know. Maybe for that person requested, please, if you send me an email, tell me which silver you are trading, because I don't see anything on the silver here moving. And I don't trade the silver, not on that. We learned a lot about silver and gold in Luxembourg, but not in the Ninjatrader platform. It was so maybe because where I was doing this, it was only gold and silver, so it was a different platform. So I don't know about this. For retailers, you can trade the silver. I don't see a volume in it, but I don't know. Whatever it makes you happy. Let's look. YM 595, 540 CL. I don't see anything here. We're trying to find a good juicy steak to chew on. There is nothing here. Okay, let's stick with the ES. The ES is, we have a resistance line here, and once we break it, the first turbulence, it will be 806. And then, a little bit at 800, 875 until you hit your target at the end of the day. So there is still a long way to go up, but this is a lot of bread if you are patient enough. There is a lot of potential bread in this trade on the ES. And on a Friday, and now 11 o'clock, and now you will see start taking off when everybody start going home and got pissed and lost money. The bangers start coming in around 11 o'clock, banging on that market, and they stay quiet about it. You don't hear a guy talking about it on the net. And a lot of things, good things, you don't hear about the net. You only hear bad things, but the good things stays with the traders. It's not gonna go to the public and say, "Golly, I find oil in my backyard." He's not gonna say that. I don't care. If he is a profitable trader, you will never find him on the net, and he will never beep on the net. Some of you might say, "No, that's not true." Yes, it is true. Then the guy is going on the net and trading. That means he's full of hot air balloon. He's no trader, that's for sure. Because why a guy need to sit 3 hours chatting when those 3 hours can make money? I don't understand it. I don't comprehend it. Stand sitting and chatting and wasting 3 hours with unnecessarily guy. This is time and money in this business. I don't see, if I miss a trade with $500-600, it is a $500-600. So at the end of the line, most of those guys, like this gentleman here, probably he sits right next to you and you will never notice him. He'll sit next to you trade and you will never notice him. Okay, let's see, 600. I used to have a customer. He's a very good customer. He trade everything. He trades stocks. He trade anything, option, future. The guy is a serious trader. When we first met him, he said, "No, Sam, that's not true. I have a good heart. I always share my information with everybody, and that's not true." And I said, "Okay." A year later, he find a rhythm combining swing trading with the price action, and I don't know what he does. And he sent me the results. and now he don't share it with me. He just don't share it with me. I have a bunch of German guys. They say the same thing. They've been using the institutional auto trade for 6, 7 years. Until now, I couldn't get a template out of them, and they show me their losses and their winning, and I cannot even get one template out of them for because they say I will be sharing it with my traders, which of course I will be sharing it with my traders. You know, so they never I never could have understand the time frame or what they were doing with it. And we are good friends, by the way. We visit each other, and and I still don't know, and I don't ask because if you don't understand European system, then you don't go to somebody's home and ask for template, or if he's your buddy, it's not. It's a different mentality. So you just leave the privacy alone, respect, you know. So we're doing very fine. Everything is taking off. And now it is 11:04. Now the market will start taking off somewhere between 11 and 12. So those numbers, if this market is gonna keep on that direction, those numbers that will be adding another zero very soon. They're very simple. On the Fridays, um, the first couple hours, once the retailers lose their money, go home, those older guys, they start coming in and start nailing those trades at 11, 12 o'clock. Sometimes it start around 1 o'clock. The market start taking off one direction. We're still going around the circle. We're still on 123, 120 in the profit based on one contract. And it goes around to 130, 40, and then it drops to 110 ticks. So this is we are going in the circle. You don't need to look at every chart to see what's going on. You can see at the total right there, where does it says PNL right here on the top, my crosshair here. That give you the total ticks away from that signal. So right now we are 130. Okay, new signal. Oh, okay, this is for that lady on the silver. I don't have a silver chart, and I'm not interested in it. But there is a new signal. If this lady watching us today, you have an entry. She requested it. The entry is 835. Your target is 880. Wow, that's a lot of bread. Well, I'm interested in that now. Okay, we'll see. The pullback re-entry, ma'am, is 795, 15795. When the market pull back, you enter on that number 15795. Alrighty. Now, as we said half an hour ago, we have a little bumper here, whether you are auto trading or you are taking the matter in your hands. Here is 806. We have a little turbulence here, so don't let it scare you away. And then a little pullback to that number, 803.50, and then we're going to go back and retest it. So if you are happy with your number, $400, good. Close around 805.75 and run, and don't look back. If you are into those big grab, then stay, hold your seatbelt, and we're still taking off. It's time for coffee. I'll be going for coffee. I'll be right back. I'm not running away. Okay. Okay, we got the 1,000 on the CL. 720, 700. And as we said, guys, as we said, look at this. We have a little turbulence right there. There is a buyer. You see where it's blinking? That's mean buyers trying to break that area. Okay? Look. The market is not in control on us. We know what we are expecting from that market. We're not letting the market lead us. We know. We are one step ahead. If you're not one step ahead, take your money out, put your family in a car, drive to Las Vegas, put them, at least you get free drink and food with it. With this business, if you don't know ahead what's going on, you have to predict. You should not follow the market by your MACDs and your ATR and those out of date, and then you have to go by the rules, and then you're going to be lost in a dark room. All this nonsense. Nobody can teach you how to trade. No one. You have to develop it yourself. Don't fool yourself, guys. I know I get in a lot of problems. I get a lot of attacks. But I don't care. I say it the way it is. And that's why we have tons and tons and tons of members. We cannot please everyone. But we try to get as much as we can. We have a very high percentage. And for some traders, this business is not for them. Very simple. If they cannot see it, they cannot see it. I cannot do anything about it. The system is part of it. And we have some guys on this price action. They are our traders. And I can dig those emails. They have tripled their account in no time. Tripled, not double, tripled. And we have a guy overseas. He have the same system for 1 year. Every time he needs to load a chart, he needs to call us to load the chart for him. We ask him for small things to do. Give us a picture on a chart. He cannot even do that. And he's still on the same place a year ago. So this is, and he have the same system. So not every trader or any guy purchase the software, any software, or have Ninjatrader platform, he can call himself a trader. A trader, you have to earn that title by working hard for it. You cannot say I am a trader when you're not. Very simple. I'm sorry, with the respect to everyone, a trader has to bust his ass to work on this one here until he starts earning. There is nothing called free ride. It is about money. At the end of the day, let's look at the CL. I'm bored with, we predicted, and look where we predicted the CL. Exactly half an hour ago, if you go back with that video, we told you exactly where is going to be the problem on the CL. We said it's going to be at 716, 116, and we have a trouble all the way to the 7126, and that's exactly where you're getting the trouble from. The same story on the ES. We said we have a turbulence here before we got there, and now we have hit that market 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And what I have said 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago, whoever follow that trade, you can cash in here and run. That's exactly what I said a few minutes ago. Or tighten your seat belt and wait till you get the big enchilada. And that's what we said exactly 10 minutes ago. And folks, this is life. It's not pre-fixed video. The rest, they sit on the side waiting until the end of the day to show off with a couplet chart made it today, and the rest, they don't want to show it. And I will show you NASDAQ today, and tomorrow they'll show you YM and all this crap. We show practically every day the same time frame, and we use all the instruments so you can see what is getting beat and what is not doing well. Right now, if we look at the market analyzer, we are up 200 tick, $2,000 based on one contract, one ES, one NASDAQ, one YM, one 30-year Treasury bond, one gold, one CL, one DAX, and one. So if you want to think big, there we go. You can think big. You can follow this market analyzer, and you don't see any day this market analyzer don't go 200, 300, 400, 900, 600 ticks a day, any given time. Honestly, I apologize. I have not been on Thursday, yesterday online. I've been saying that on the last couple of videos. I have a sound problem with my computer, which it is especially made in Chicago. Cost $10,000 my computer, so it's a serious computer, and it's a very advanced computer. And it seems like I'm having a problem, and you cannot give it to anyone to fix it. So I need to give it to the shop and it's not a virus, because I don't use this I have a very good protection, and I don't use it for my self amusement, but it seems like there is a hardware problem somewhere. So I need to give it away for a couple days to the shop, and they don't work on the weekends, so I'm having a problem with that. So I cannot give my computer to the shop during the week, and on the weekends they are closed, and I cannot give it to anyone. So this is, but I will be fixing that problem so I can be every day online and try to fix that. Oh boy, this is nice. Okay, you see what is the problem on the CL? We had a problem here. There we go. Thank you. The party is not over on the CL. Be careful. Still have one bumper to deal with. And now you can see the buyers when it's blinking. I don't want to sit down, bang my head to read the numbers. So when you see it blinking, that's mean buyers trying to break that area here. Look at this. And when the buyers trying to break that area, if there is not enough buyers, it's going to get stuck in here, and God help us, because that is going to take us another half an hour, pull back and back forth until we find direction and then break it. So that can cause damage to a trader. If this CL not able to break that line 71.25, and then it is going to be sideways for 5-10 minutes until we find the direction again. And the problem is with that one, we have a heavy support line at 71.11, and we have a heavy resistance. So this is going to be very tight, and that is going to cause a lot of losing to amateur trading. Right there is going to get in trouble right there, traders. And if you are not aware of that, if you are on those trades right now on the CL, you have 820, close position and run as fast as you can. Don't look back. If you're still hoping you want to aim it to the 71.54, then fast your seatbelt, because here we have a major support line at 71.12. It's going to go back and forth, bouncing back and forth, and that can drive you really banana. So uh, as long as you understand there we go. Do you see this R4? This is a reversal, and those are not repaint a reversal. So in conjunction with the resistance and a reversal, telling you right now the CL is going to face in sideways or a flat market at the moment. Uh, let's see what else we have. Okay, it seems like the 1 minute DAX also finished. Yes. Uh, Today we started at 9:30. All the future trade, one break even, almost a break in even, and one trade, and it just closed 1,141. Tip for Ninjatrader 141, let's say, with your slippage and all this. You give that change to Ninjatrader, and then you keep the 1K for you. So we still have a CL on a trade, ES on a trade, and now the YM is going the opposite direction. Okay, it's telling us that means the party is over on the YM. Okay. You see how this CL now, we have predicted half an hour ago. We have a new signal somewhere. We predicted half an hour ago the CL where we're gonna have a problem, and if you notice the CL, exactly what we explained to you. The CL got rejected as expected. First we said here, and it did. Then it got rejected here. Pull back on the support. That's exactly what happened. Now you can see two bars, two wigs, and it is exactly bouncing back and forth right there. So when this happened here, I told you, if this CL, the buyer is not able, when we saw with the blinking, not able to penetrate those lines, that is going to cause a problem on the CL. It's going to go sideways here. Those information are very useful. If you come in the morning, you're trying to auto trade, and you see the CL get stuck, maybe you need to wait 10 minutes before you start your CL. That will save you a couple $100 losing a trade. $200 a day, that's $50,000 a year by refusing to look at it. So we predicted, and exactly what happened now is going to be back and forth here. And today is a Friday. So we are waiting on this big guys. Either we're going to have a breakout to this direction or a breakout to that direction. Very simple. So right now, even if they try to break this area here, they're going to have a hell of a problem breaking the 70.99 is going to be a problem right there. So this is the 70.99 when everybody jumping on the wagon to go short. Let them go short. Let them jump out of the window. If somebody want to try to go short in here, wait, because you can go long here. When everybody going short, we will be going long here. Because this is very simple, guys. By this pulling back right now, every guy out there, everybody knows what everybody have actually. Very simple, you know. All their indicator by now start pointing down, whether they are MACDs, momentum, all this nonsense, you know. So a little further, one bar down, all your indicator pointing short, and then you're gonna jump on the wagon. By the time you jump on the wagon, by the time you go to the 71.4, now all your instruments are in red, indicate to the trader to go short. Very simple. When there is when the re-entry, okay, we have a new target. The re-entry is a pullback. There is no short. This is just a pullback. A pullback is very nice because you can add contracts, or if you missed a trend, you can go back and re-enter the market at those numbers, and you can go back and watch this market, folks. By the way, anyone follow anything here in this trade, you are on your own. We're not making money out of you. We're not collecting information. We're just helping you. Now, I'm going to leave my crosshair here, folks. 71 level. 71 level. And let's see what will happen. Let's rock. You know, always try to pick up a little challenge to the public, front of everybody. And 8 out of 10, I nailed it. 8 out of 10. I nailed every prediction in this business. So mark your chart on 7100. I just want to jump on the ES to see what's going on, and then we go back on my challenge for today, the CL. There we go. I mean, I already challenged myself 3-4 times today, but we're going to go one more time to the CL traders. Sure. And we are going on the 7100. On the 7100 as an entry price. This is a pullback re-entry 7100. I think this is the Nasdaq. Okay, the Nasdaq, yeah. Okay, for the ones follow the signal on the Nasdaq when we have it. You gotta be careful with 407.25 all the way to 709. You are in trouble right there, those area here. So when you are taking this trade, your automated trade target is 416. It's very fine. Your entry signals is here on the market analyzer. And now you're going to be bumped into problem at 407.50. And you got to be careful with that one because if you want to stay on that trade, you can. But we're going to have a pullback at 407.25. Mark it on your chart, please. Mark it on your chart. Okay, there we go. Okay, here, guys. Here, guys. When let me simplify that. Let me simplify. By the time from 71.24 to 706, every single indicator on your chart showing short, and the trader following based on the past to the future. But there we go, folks. And the last 3 months, I should not say that in the public. In the last 3 months, all our 98% of the new customers we had the last 3 months, which there are a lot, And I know most of them because they talked to me before. They went on somebody else's recommendation on the net and thumb up. Those guys are good. All of them right now back asking me if I'll let them in. They lost all their capital based on that man recommendation. And and um, and some stories are horrible how they lost their money. And now they want me to pick up the pieces. No, I don't want to pick up the pieces. That man got paid on your back, and he gave you recommendation to that person. Let that man uh, help you with your financial problem, not me. You know. So 98% we had horror stories by somebody recommending the best indicator for that year or the best automated trade for that year, and that guy is good and that guy is bad. They lost all their money, and now they want to asking me if I will have him. I will not. This guy who made money on your back and he referred you to this company because they all get money under the table. This guy, the one he made money off your back, call him and ask him for a new recommendation, but don't come and asking me for help. I'm not a social worker. We have some traders based on this man recommendation has lost over $50,000 in 3 months. We have one guy I don't want to call names. He lost all his pension in 3 months based on this man recommendation. So go back to him. Stick with him, hold hands with him, and let him refund your money. He recommended, so he has to refund the money for you. He made money off your back, not my back. I refuse to blend in with that kind of nasty job. So good luck. Anyway, we are at 407. This is where you're gonna. Oh, I forgot the CL. Okay, there we go. Let's see what the CL is gonna do. Went below that line. Our line was 7. It's right there. My line is 7099. This is where we talked about the re-entry point is right there called a safe entry. So this is where you re-enter the market. This is where you re-enter the market on the pullback. So this is exactly where you re-enter the market on the pullback, and this is where you put your stop loss either below that number or below that trailing stop 2. Because the trailing stop 2, it is a major fib line. So the re-entry point is right there on your chart. You don't need to do anything. The chart, the system plot it for you. And it is 7091. This is what it says, safe buy entry. That's mean re-entry point. A re-entry point based on a pullback. It's very simple. Very simple. So you don't need to be genius to re-enter the market or to find a place. This is the re-entry point, and the stop losses here on those are very, very limited because anything below that line here, we're going to have a new signal. Anything below the 70, okay, well, we got it. Let's see what will happen. A lot of sellers. We don't have a new signal. Not yet. Okay, we have a new signal. I'm really surprised with the CL change in direction. Really surprised. Let's see. The automated to trade, who the one is taking those trades. I'm not taking those trades. I'm really surprised with the CL broke that line that fast. I'm not sure that signal is gonna make it, honestly, because the way, I mean, it could be surprising, but here is your line, and okay, we were very far from the line. That's mean indicate we are a very strong trend. We have a problem here. We predicted that we're gonna be rejected on that line, exactly to that line. But to drop that fast from 71.25 to 70.77, crossing every single line. Let's see, but I'm not sure that entry. It is a genuine entry. It's a common sense. It's not. I don't like that entry. We have a new signal on the Russell. Sell. Entry 97.6. Target 92.7. Okay. Let's look what happened to the ES. We got busy with this. This is nice. We have a new target at 810.75. Let's go back on the CL. I don't like that entry at all. It doesn't fit. You know, sometimes it's a challenge between you and the auto trade to see which one. But the auto trade took that trade, fine, fair enough. He did what's supposed to on this one here. But no, I'm not. I will not. If I will not take short on that CL at the moment. It might make 700, might make 800. How would I know? But this is not right. This is something. And plus, if we notice, look, because the system, every time you take a trade, is not mixed. It's not a fixed target. If we notice on this one here, is a very small trade, is from 70.77 to 70.35. It's not really big trade. But if we look at the ES, look where is your entry and look where is your target. So the system study on each entry, and they give you, it could be your target 10 ticks, 20 ticks, or it could be 100 ticks. Depends on the market movement. So this auto trade is not the black box. And when I say it's not a black box, it's not a black box, because every entry has its own target. So sometimes you have a target 20, 30 ticks, and sometimes you have target 50 ticks, the same instrument. It depends on the market movement. And but okay, this one is going through. Fine, fair enough. We have a lot of movements on the CL. We have a lot. Oh. So this one here, the target is 70.35. We'll see. On the ES, look at this. Change in direction. Wow. What's going on in the market? Oh. We are missing what we are missing. If you notice, half an hour ago, we were 230 ticks in the profit, and right now we are 118 ticks. That's a very fast move and drop. Immediately, we dropped a lot. I mean, if we look at the CL, we were long. I wasn't paying attention. Now they closed, the short closed, but we still have one open. So I'm looking on the swing trade, and when, what time this trade was taken? Short. This one was at 11:31. That's exactly when we called it to take a profit right there. If you don't want it to stay till the target, but it seems like it did it better than we did on this chart. We had a short trade at 11:31. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to this one. So the swing trading was in the short. You can see most of the CL that were short, and I was not even looking at it. And we had long on the price action, actually. I just want to see that CL going through. This fast dropped Um, I couldn't comprehend it. It doesn't make sense, and that's why I didn't like that trade. Uh, I didn't like that trade. Sometimes the auto trade can take a trade. Maybe you're not too happy with it. Sometimes they were right. Sometimes they were wrong. But we have a new signal on the 30 Treasury bond. If somebody trade in Treasury bond, okay, your entry point is 145.23 on the Treasury bond, and your target is very small target actually, 145.29. Pullback re-entry 145.18. You know, this lady, for the one who requested this, the silver, you are already 8 points in that trade on the silver. Let's go back on the ES. Oh, Jesus. Let's see the CL. Okay. Immediate change in direction in the market. And the CL is stopped. That's it. This one now is going to drive us crazy, the CL. Okay, there is a little seller coming in. I don't see anything. If it's anybody following that CL, you have a target at 70.35. I doubt it very serious is going to get there. Your auto trade is going to close at 70.34. But common sense, if you are on that short trade, common sense exit at 70.43. If you are in that trade and you don't know what to do, you can close it. Or if you are a little bit stubborn, there is a heavy resistance in this area at 70.92. If you're not in that trade, you can take a short at 70.92. You can take a short trade at 70.92. Uh, and if you're not happy with that trade, close it plus 1, 2 ticks, let it put it behind you. But this is on the CL. If you are on that trade, uh, you want to get exit it, or you want to wait on the pullback and re-enter the CL at 70.90. There is not much bread on this one. It's gonna The target is 70.35. Don't wait on the target. If you are try to exit at 744, that's all what you're gonna get out of that trade. It's not much. Some trades you just don't like. This one of the trades on the CL I'm not happy with. Now, if we notice between to get to the 44, the 42 level, we have that little small bumper here. Probably it's nothing. They're gonna break it. Let's see. 52 level, and then try to exit at 44 level, 45 level. It's very tight, extreme. I don't like tight uh, trades. This one is going to drive us crazy. Let's look at the ES, see what's going on. This is just dive in right into the trouble right there. I'm not interested in it now. Just dived in right into it. Actually, this lady hit the jackpot today. The one she asked us for the silver. She got. We gave her the entry, the target, and she already hit the target. That's good. She already hit the target. Um, I don't know if she's out there, but she sent an email about the silver. So we added the silver. Any trader out there, if he trades something and it's not here, we'd love to add it for you. If we have the data for it, we'll love to add it for you. Like this lady here, I don't trade the silver. Never traded silver on Ninjatrader. But she only traded silver, so she asked for that. We put it on for her, and we give her the entry, the target hit, 220, 50, 225, whatever. She's a probably happy camper. And this is based on one contract. So if she's a heavy traders, 2 or 3 contracts, then she have a very good size of trade here. She only, I don't have the silver chart, but I will pull it next week, and you and I, we can to other traders, we can look at it. I don't like silver because it's a low volume, but we can see it. Let's look at the YM, see what's going on in the YM. The market is very much flat. It's a short on the YM, actually. And also, it is in this mess here between the fibs and the trailing stops and the re-entry. Is a huge mess in this area. You should skip those area here. Go back to CL. We're still in the same circle. And the ES, you know, we were doing fine on the ES. We were climbing all the way, and we give you the prediction where we're gonna have a problem, and all of a sudden the market dropped to the entry point. Can anybody tell me why it dropped like this? Can anybody tell me? Because it doesn't make sense. Even if there is a small news here and there, uh, and the trading doesn't make sense. Don't you think? I mean, if we look at the wig, look, immediately it dropped from 803.75 to 800 immediately. Does anybody have a clue why? Does anybody say why? It doesn't make sense. Uh, don't you think it's just knocking everybody out, putting them out of that trade? And now, little bit at the time, it's going to start climbing right in front of your nose. Don't you think this is happening in the market sometimes? Don't you think they clean the house every few minutes and they keep going? So think again, because that drop, I mean, those shockwave prices, those unusual movement, and also on Ninjatrader, sometimes you don't see those numbers, but sometimes you have some numbers right there. You don't see them. You don't see them on the chart. But there is orders sometimes here you don't see, or order up there comes milliseconds and go. So I mean, it does not make sense, does it? So why the market jump like this, clean everybody, put everyone out of that trade, and then bouncing slowly, slowly right in front of your nose? Yes, okay. And climb into again to the target. And if you don't think this happening in the market, think again, because this happening all the time in the market. And pull it back, scare everybody out, put everybody out of their misery, and then go back on the same track again. So it is what I see here, because it didn't make sense for me on the CL. I didn't like that trade. I said that I didn't like it, didn't make sense. But to jump like this, especially the ES, you can see it more on the ES, jumping out of nowhere with a big wake like this, and now it's recovering, and now it's going up again. So tell me, what did we miss in this? So for this poor guy is taking a trade with his basic instruments. Now he has lost a couple of $300 on those trades, and it doesn't make sense. And now look at this. I mean, it's trading is not a black box. It's not just look just around your core. I mean, you have to be a little bit more evaluate it. What the hell happened in this ES now? What does it make sense? What happened and does not? Because it didn't make sense for me on the CL. We were doing very well on the CL, and I warned everybody to take a profit here. We were okay with that, but this jump for that fast with no really magnificent news. Um, uh, Technically, you can see it. It doesn't make sense. Now, if there is rumors, it's different. Because there's a lot of rumors sometimes can be sprayed out on the net over some kind of market. That's fine, fair enough, especially overseas. But technically, it didn't make sense. Those at all that trade on the CL, and it didn't make sense either that drop. And if we are looking at the 1 minute, we were doing very well, and all of a sudden, and look, we were doing very well. We took a beautiful trade on the ES and took that jump, and this poor guy probably knocked him out. And now we are going in a dilemma here. I don't know where we're going with this one anymore. So it doesn't make sense to me. Especially this one does not make sense. And if you look here on those wick, we are at the support line one time, two times. So it doesn't make sense now. On this one here, it's going to break all those lines and hit the 70.35. It doesn't make sense to me either. But sometimes this market can surprise you. Nothing can make sense. So we'll keep our eye on the ES and the CL. It is very, I'm curious where they're going with that, the CL and the ES. I'm really curious with it. So look at this. It's going to drive anyone crazy. Okay, a minute ago, we were almost flat on that trade. And now we are 250 up on that trade, 275. And now it's, I mean, it really did not make sense on that ES drop. You know, it didn't make sense. Probably they're laughing their balls off at us. Okay. The CL is getting stuck in here, nothing. So this big jump didn't make sense. And we are sitting, going in a circle on a CL for 10, 15 minutes didn't make sense either. Now we are at the support line. And that CL, look at this. You have a double bottom here and followed by a support line. Anyone can see it's not going to go anywhere. It was a false movement anyway. Now there we go on the ES. Nothing happened. And now we're climbing back again. And every guy was taking a long trade on an ES, put him out of his trade, and now didn't make sense. And now the guy is looking at the chart and he said, I was there, I was there, I was there, I was right, did it right. What did I do wrong? You did not do wrong. There is a lot of traders thinks is sometimes their fault. No, it's not your fault, sir. But you don't know what is the other guy is doing. Those guys are moving the market. You don't know what they have in their head. So you have to think like they do. Bring your enemy closer to you. And with trading is a war game. You're putting your account on the table against somebody else. Very simple. Nobody is going to say, Jim is a nice guy. I'm going to lose that trade for him. So everybody here is out there to get somebody else money in the trading. So when there is a guy win a trade, somebody else lose trade, you know. So I don't see this poor guy took a trade and knocked him out, and now the ES is going right front of his nose. That is gonna make his Friday miserable. That's for sure. I feel sorry for him. Okay, guys. Okay, 12:04, lunchtime. You know what? For the ones they still interested in the ES or they are about to go long on the ES, watch out for the 805.75. And if you are in a trade, make sure to take a profit at 808.50. But your target today is 28.10. But you're going to have some problems at 808.50. The CL, I mean, look at this. Didn't make sense. Yeah. Nothing sometimes can make sense. But the CL fell, you know. That is going to drive you crazy back and forth. I would not take that trade from here. Now you might gonna think it's finished. Do not take that trade from the 70.78. If you are insistent on taking short, try to take it from 70.91 short. Now it's gonna be a little, this one here, this is an entry, I know. On the pullback here, there is an entry from that line, but you have a huge support line at 70.66. So I'm not interested to take a trade at 7077 and exit at 7068. Doesn't pay off for me. So if you wanted to take a trade, most likely it's going to be rejected from the 7092 and then if we got rejected from 70.67, then at least there is a bread in it. Folks, we've had a wild ride today, and we had started slow today. Then the market took off. Then we made a lot of money, and then we called where you need to close those trades. And somebody is telling me um, to stay on. You know what? I'll go ahead and leave uh, the charts for you. I'm gonna make them big, and so you can see how things are. And I'm gonna this way you can see your ES, and we'll keep it for a few minutes more. And here's your target, and here is your entries, and you can see it all right in front of you. Okay, we're gonna extend it a little bit. A request by a couple traders. We will be extending a little more time, and I'll stay quiet for a few minutes. Thank you. Okay, guys, we wish you very, very pleasant weekend, and we'll see you next week. And please be careful with your trading. God bless you all.